CFOs. If you could go back in time and give yourself some advice, though, what is it that maybe you wish you knew then? Anything come to mind when you think of that person you were when you first stepped into the role?
Yes, I think, and on the lighter side, I would have had far more empathy for every CFO that I have ever worked for. I think chief financial officer is among the hardest, selfishly, I would say it is the hardest executive role to hold at a company because it carries such a broad set of responsibilities, fiduciary and beyond, and everyone's a customer. Everyone's a customer. And you want to treat them all as customers. And they all always have something they need. And so that's one piece. The second would be I would advise my younger self to embrace pivot points. Pivot points meaning those moments in your career that feel like setback or feel like strange, didn't anticipate them changes in trajectory. Embrace those as building blocks to springboard you to the next opportunity because diversification of experience actually becomes a resume builder. It's also okay to go really deep on one subject matter, expertise, but that wasn't how I became CFO. I became CFO by bringing a very broad, some folks even call it eclectic set of experiences, operational, analytical, and beyond. And so embrace the pivot points.
Excellent. Thank you. We always like to ask our guests to reflect a little bit on the personal side. Russell, we wonder if you have a habit that you're known for or part of a daily routine, perhaps, that you're known for. It might be something a family member would point out. Russell's always done that. I'm not sure why, but that's just Russell. Anything come to mind when we ask for a personal habit or routine that you're known for?
Sure. Well, a quirky or funny one is that I think in prose, and as a gift to friends, I often write, I will rewrite songs with lyrics to them. But I have also, for Versapay, I wrote a poem about the Versapay revenue engine. And I had a lot of fun both writing it and delivering it. So that's one thing about me is I think in prose. I would also say, I like to wake up and open up the Wall Street Journal and scan very quickly every page and acclimate to it. And I would recommend any finance practitioner do that because it helps you stay on top. Inevitably, someone's going to say, "Did you hear about such and such?" I won't give an outdated reference on the podcast here, but did you hear about whatever current event? And prior to reading the Wall Street Journal, I may or may not have. And CFOs need to be on the leading edge of understanding what's happening because we're constantly needing to adjust to the risk platform, or profile of the landscape that we're operating in. So read the Wall Street Journal every day.
Is there speaking of reading matter, is there a book or something that you think of as inspired you along the way or made you think differently? Or maybe it's something you escape with. Any book you'd recommend?
Well, you said escape with, and it's a podcast, but what you see behind me is what I escape with. So I love all things science fiction and Disney and Star Wars. And for me, there's a world where Star Wars and Star Trek can coexist. And that's probably heresy in the sci-fi world, but they both scratch a different itch of my curious mind. Because I like the thought of exploration. You could see where it parlays into this hunger for exploration to know more, what is beyond, what is out there, what can we discover. And so any movie or book that has that adventurous exploratory theme, I quite like.
All right. So you're a Picard fan over a Shatner fan.
I am, and in fact, the new Picard series is really great. He's just a great actor, in addition to the series being strong as well.
Yeah, you won't have an argument from me. So thank you for that. We are up to our final question. So thank you for giving us some really thoughtful answers. We want you to look 12 months forward and let us know what your priorities are for that 12 months as CFO of Versapay. What would those be? Your priorities?
My mission statement guides me here, and it is that we be achieving the vision of being proactively persuasive. That gold standard, that we be closer to achieving that, because I think we are achieving timeliness, and I hope we're achieving accuracy and relevance, right? Relevance is the next step in that progression. So we're working on presenting relevant data that helps the teams make the decisions they need to make. And we're on the beginning edge of being proactively persuasive. Part of how we get there is data science, but not only data science. By building strong partnerships, can we anticipate the needs of the business? And so my hope would be that in 12 months, we've automated a lot of our pipelines so that they're not so difficult to transport. Look, the payments world and our unique competitive advantage means we have hundreds of data pipelines that we analyze. And so getting those automated, getting those integrated, and getting those democratized in a way that all of our stakeholders across the company can consume and self-serve in a reliable and secure manner. I would love for that to be something that could be said of the team in 12 months. But really, above all that, above more the I don't know, tactical stuff, I want people to see finance as thought partner and strategic advisor. That we're not there just to say no or just to give a report, but that people think, I have something I need help on, I'm going to call finance.
Russell Lester, thank you for joining us on CFO Thought Leader.
Thank you so much.